Banff Show.
Hey, welcome to the Show Banff Show. I am Sage, the host, and I am here with Stephanie. You might know her because of her dolls, or maybe you've never heard of her at all and you should check her out, like seriously. Like her sewing work is incredible. And here on the Show Banff Show, we celebrate mental health, what people are up to, startup culture, and it's so cool to meet inspiring people like Stephanie. So Stephanie, how did you get into doll making? And I'll actually grab a doll to show the audience.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So I started back, I guess, many years ago. Started kind of crocheting and knitting and just making hats. Thank you. And yeah, just started with like crafting in general, and then kind of moved to making costumes. I really love costumes.
Ooh, we gotta talk after this.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, no, definitely. And yeah, and then from there, I used to make dolls for friends and just like gifts for friends, and then when COVID hit, I had so much time on my hands and had to stay home, so I learned how to make dolls. And yeah.
Oh my gosh, and even the stitching on this, like you can't even see the stitch lines, like it's so well done. Like you can tell you put so much effort into it.
They're definitely handmade with love.
Oh
Yeah.
And even the embroidery, like that takes time.
Yeah, I love it, but I love the small details. It's what really makes the dolls what they are, and yeah, and each one I try to make as unique as possible, and sometimes they come with little accessories, and but I think that's the funnest part, honestly. It's just like making tiny versions of human things.
I love how they're like human shaped, but you can relate to them, and they got like an animal like figure.
Yeah, totally.
And even when you go online to her Instagram, these like little costumes you make are incredible. Like I've melted when I was scrolling through. I'm just like, yes.
Yeah, and I have to give a shout out and credit to the pattern maker. I didn't actually make the pattern for the dolls. She's at Bond Patterns on Instagram, and she's really great. She sells her patterns and allows you to make them as long as you give her credit and sell them. And that's where I really started with all this stuff. But I definitely I'm hoping that with more experience I can make my own, and I have like a whole plan to make essentially like a woodland critters line. So yeah,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
And probably like after learning the patterns and how to like put together, you can do that now.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I can be a lot more original in the near future.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my goal.
That is so cool. Actually, when you do that, we gotta have you back on the show so we can like show everyone, be like, check out the new series.
Yeah, it'll be like a progress report.
Exactly. It'll be like, you gotta check this out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And that little box you just showed me, it's like hidden over there. She like wraps up so cute. Like, did you like come up with the designs? Like, I noticed you make it so natural and flowery, and
I think that's just what I like and what I gravitate towards. You know, like living in Banff, I'm really big into nature and just being outside, and especially for my mental health, being outside and yeah, in this environment is so like cleansing for me, and so I just wanted to replicate it in the dolls.
Wow, you can really tell and see through that. And during COVID, what helped, like, mental health wise, like, kept you going?
Yeah, I mean, this definitely helped. This gave me some purpose in life, which is really nice, because obviously with COVID, you have a lot of time on your hands, and in the winter, it's dark by 4 p.m., so this certainly helped give me some drive and ambition, and I have to thank all of my friends and families and supporters, people that have ordered from me. Every like and every comment is really great, and that really helped to drive me as well. But also just being like physical in nature, like snowboarding in the winter, and in the summer I run a lot, and I just started mountain biking, and even just road biking, and just honestly going for walks. I went for so many walks in the winter, and yeah, and just being able to have some face-to-face interactions with a lot of my friends while being safely distanced. You know, that was really important to me, especially in the world where we live in now. I work from home and I'm on Zoom calls or team calls every day, like for feels like every moment of the day. And so to have something like this where you can see somebody and actually have that original interaction again it keeps me safe.
That's amazing. And these dolls feel so personal too. Like, how long does it take you to make them?
So when I very first started, they take about 5 hours, including all the outfits, and there are some with hand knit toques as well. Yeah, so it does take a while, which is kind of why they're priced the way that they're priced. It's hard to.
That's fair. It's like
Yeah.
handmade, original.
Yeah, it's hard to price labor, I guess, when
Yeah.
it comes to stuff like that. But yeah, they take about 5 hours, and I've gotten maybe a little bit more efficient now, but they still take a lot of time. And if something's not right, I will take out the seams and start it over again.
And just like restart, or like
Yeah.
partly start, I suppose, because you already have the pieces.
Yeah, totally. So I try to make them as like as high quality as I can. And for anyone who's ever purchased a doll from me, if there's ever any issues, like, you're welcome to reach out. I would
Hit me
love
up.
it if you did. Yeah, for sure. And I have to say, one of the things is, like, they're not. I don't have any kids,
Yeah.
so they haven't been like stress tested necessarily. I know kids can be really hard on things, so I look forward to hearing feedback from clients, and
and see
just,
how it goes.
yeah, and striving to make them better, right? If it means putting more time into them and creating stronger seams or whatever it means.
I love that outlook and how you're trying to be better. What do you see like the future of this becoming? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely like to have, like I said, a new line of critters, and I have some things in mind for Christmas, so I definitely,
can
yeah. So
we
that'll
hear
be
some
fun.
spoilers? What you're thinking?
Yeah,
It's not
sure.
official yet, but like, what she's thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have made ornaments before,
Ooh.
so there's probably going to be some ornaments coming down the line,
Ooh.
and I've also done some custom stuffies. So I'm hoping to be able to sell some of those as well.
And with your new embroidery, like getting better at this, you're gonna
Yeah.
be flying like instantly.
Yeah, I hope so. So I'm happy to do any kind of custom work for anybody if they're looking for something. Yeah.
So if you're looking for sewing or anything, whether it's dolls, costumes, hit Stephanie up.
Yeah.
Like, where can people find you if they're looking for you?
Yeah,
How do
for
they get in
sure.
contact?
Yeah, so my Instagram is at Wong Bubbies, and you can also find me on Facebook. It's at Wong Bubbies Banff. So those are probably the
I'll
best
put a
ways.
link down below for anyone looking for it.
Yeah, that would be great. And I eventually would like to have a webpage and an Etsy store. And so I'm just in the very beginning of starting Wong Buddies. I only started in March. So yeah, slowly getting there.
That is a great idea, and I love how you're going to be making a website, getting on Etsy. Like, that is huge.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. Was it you who came up with the idea, or your husband? Because you said he's been pushing you and supporting you. And
Yeah.
amazing.
Shout outs to my very extremely remarkable supportive husband, Ryan. He was definitely the one that pushed me to launch Wong Buddies, and actually a lot of my friends and my family were very supportive and also encouraged me to do it. So if it wasn't for them, I definitely would still be just making them for friends as gifts.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
And like, these are so adorable, and probably making them for friends, you got lots of practice.
I
To the
did.
point of like,
Yeah.
it's just like, hey, check it out. Like,
Yeah, they've definitely come a long way for sure. And with every doll that I make, I get a little bit better and a little bit more efficient. So it's great.
that's incredible.
Thank you.
And really, really cool. Like, actually, I'm gonna take it close to the camera. Like, these are so cute, and even the stitching. And I love the costumes. Like,
Thank you. Yeah, and I mean, I'd like to eventually, for Halloween and stuff, make them their own costumes.
oh my gosh, yes!
Yeah, because that's my favorite part, is actually making them like the clothing and the accessories and
And decorate. Oh my gosh, that's the sweetest.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my gosh, what's your most popular like doll that people tend to want?
Yeah, I think the bunnies are probably the most popular. There's a bunny that's
Okay, I'm
that's
gonna
actually in there.
this bunny or the one in the box?
Yeah, the one that's not the one in the
Oh, this little
yeah, that one.
Yes.
I call it my little hipster bunny because I mean he's pretty hip looking. He's got like a handmade tooth that comes off, and everything is removable and washable, and so this is probably the most popular. I think the floppy ears really, people seem to like that.
And I can just see like the little babies tugging on them, putting it in their mouth. And
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah, definitely. And so they are, I hope that they get loved because I I love them, and when I was growing up, I definitely had my own stuffed animals, and I still have them now, and they brought me so much joy, and that's one of the reasons I make this stuff.
That's amazing, and
Yeah.
you're not just like having joy yourself, you're sharing joy now. Like
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah, and I love cute things, so I love to share cute things, and they're very soft and cuddly. So
I'm just feeling this, like this is amazing. Like I have to ask, where do you even find this fabric? Like normally it's hard.
yeah, so I have gone to the cold store in Canmore, so
Ooh, that's a good
Sugarpine-
spot.
Yeah, Sugarpine Company, and then also Fabricland is probably the best place to go, and yeah, and I find all my stuff there, and yeah, and they're great.
That is so cool. And if for anyone starting out sewing and stuff, what kind of advice would you give them?
I would just say to go for it.
Go for it? Yeah, have fun.
Yeah, have fun and just try it out and see how you like it, and you know you're gonna mess up, but you're
That's the best part of it.
yeah, exactly. And then you either start again or you learn. You just constantly are learning. There's so much to learn in sewing. It's crazy.
It's so true. And new
Yeah.
techniques, little things, like I
Tons.
love it.
Yeah, actually, I just started listening to a sewing podcast, so that's
Yes!
also helpful.
It's just like, why are they talking about that little thing? Let's YouTube it
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, like terminology and stuff. I mean, it's such a there's just so much knowledge in the sewing culture world and craft world. So
I have to ask, did you also make your mask?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I started making these obviously during COVID, and yeah, just been making them for myself and a couple of friends and my husband. And
That's amazing.
thank you. Yeah.
Do you think you're gonna sell some of them too? Because like now is kind of the time.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I haven't actually. Again, I haven't actually done it. I just
Oh.
make them for friends. But I would.
I
Make
feel
them.
ya.
Yeah, I would definitely do that if anybody wanted some masks. Yeah.
So if you want masks, put like a comment down below or contact her, and she'll make you some masks.
Yeah, sounds good.
Is there anything else you want to tell your audience before we have to go here?
No, I think that's great. Thank you so much for having me, and I appreciate the chat.
Oh my gosh, I can't thank you so much for coming and racing here. Like, and I guess that's cut.
Yeah, I guess we're done. Awesome.
Show, Banff Show.
Show Banff Show.
Show Banff Show.
Show Banff Show.
Expanding our community.